Currently, the practice of medicine has become more complex, with the emergence of diseases that are caused by environmental changes around us. As OB-GYNecologists, we need to be knowledgeable and capable to address these issues. Here are 10 frequently asked questions that may be useful to know. What is RDEH? RDEH, or Reproductive and Developmental Environmental Health, pertains to the role of harmful environmental exposures on health, which are linked to the increased rates of cancer, neurodevelopmental disorders, birth defects, and even pregnancy complications. Why should we be concerned with RDEH issues? In general, women exposed to harmful chemicals and products are susceptible to significant health risks to herself and to the developing fetus. Daily exposures to certain substances can induce changes in our body's biochemical response, which may lead to long-term illnesses. Racial and ethnic differences exist. More importantly, the economically marginalized groups are found to be more susceptible across the life course. The role of the OB-GYN in the RDEH advocacy. As OB-GYNecologists, we have a role in increasing the public's awareness on environmental exposures. Screening of occupational and environmental exposures should be done routinely during patients' visits in the clinic. Partnerships with other health professionals and organizations promote preventive health care and increase public health information dissemination. What is climate change? The Earth's climate is determined by the complex interactions of the Sun, which emits energy to warm the Earth, the atmosphere, which absorbs most of the sunlight and reduces the incoming solar energy, and the greenhouse gases, which are trapped in the atmosphere. Various human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, contribute to the greenhouse effect, which further increase the Earth's temperature and lead to climate change that we experience today. What is the impact of the environment on human health? Approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year are expected between 2030 and 2050 due to the changes of the environment. Climate change affects the social and environmental determinants of health, causing malnutrition, health-related illness, asthma, and vector-borne diseases. What are EDCs? Endocrine-disrupting chemicals, or EDCs, are man-made chemicals that can alter hormonal responses to physiologic processes such as reproduction and the immune system. They have the capability to mimic, block, or interfere with hormones in the body's endocrine system, hence altering the normal physiologic processes. What are the effects of EDCs on women's health? EDCs may influence women's health in various ways. During pregnancy, it can cause growth disorders and neurodevelopmental delay in an exposed fetus. It can also cause hormonal imbalances like polycystic ovarian syndrome and organic lesions which may lead to infertility. Moreover, the organ systems may also be affected, including the pulmonary, cardiovascular, and neurologic systems. What are the most common EDCs in the Philippines? EDCs are quite ubiquitous, from the air that we breathe to the food that we eat, and various household products that we use every day. Did you know that majority of cosmetic products contain considerable amount of lead and mercury, which are neurotoxic? Genistein, which can be found in soy products like milk tea, can cause fibroids and irregular menstrual cycles. BPAs, found in plastic, has estrogenic and obesogenic effects. Nitrates, found in the processed meats, can cause fetal loss, neonatal deaths, and developmental delay. How do we assess for exposure to EDCs? Here are guide questions and advice which we can use in our clinics. We can ask about their work with emphasis on any exposure to metals or chemicals, solvents or fumes, and radiation. Patients should be advised to wear the recommended personal protective equipment. We can also inquire about their living conditions, taking into account exposure to paint fumes, air pollution, kerosene, and smoking. Use of personal care products may also cause exposure to phthalates, which are thought to cause developmental problems for growing fetuses. Exposure to lead can be elicited by asking when their houses were built, use of pottery in cooking, herbal remedies, or accidental ingestion of lead containing soil or clay. Use of mercury-containing thermometer and ingestion of fish in high mercury should be discouraged. Use this table to advise your patients regarding mercury content of fishes and the allowable consumption of each. Lastly, we can inquire about the use of pesticides to kill household insects or to keep fruits and vegetables. Are there tips for a healthy home, body, and baby? These simple tips can pave the way for a healthy home, body, and baby. Exposure to toxic chemicals can be lessened by avoiding canned food, plastic containers, flame retardants, and insect baits. Use of organic items for the home and beauty or personal care products are encouraged. Avoidance of smoking should be practiced. Here are 10 frequently asked questions that may be useful to know. As a final note, it is undeniable that the health effects of environmental and lifestyle changes have become more serious in the recent times. As OB-GYNecologists, we have the duty to promote both reproductive and environmental health, while taking into consideration that this will have a huge impact not only today but for the future generations to come.